just to put it, you know, that's I think big picture stuff again. And then over the page, this was after we had developed our school-based curriculum map and we started looking at the 2007 curriculum, the new one. This is sort of what we decided, or how we would decide to go about implementing the New Zealand curriculum. And this was just trying to give our implementation process a bit of clarity. And it describes what our curriculum map looks like. You know, it says there, para school, we recognise that how we teach is part of what we teach, which comes from the New Zealand curriculum. So the entry point for the implementation of the New Zealand curriculum is focused on the pedagogical approaches described on page 34 and 36. And then we took each of the pedagogical practices that we decided were part of our school-based curriculum, and then linked them to the pedagogical approaches that it talks about on those two pages. So, you know, like integration will bring the key competencies, learning areas and values of the New Zealand curriculum together to create relevant and authentic context that will enhance the relevance of New Zealand new learning. It will assist teachers in stimulating, and we took a quote straight out of the NZ curriculum. So it's sort of just about, it's really just about making those connections really between what we're doing and then what the New Zealand curriculum is asking us to do.
I like the way you've linked inquiry learning and teaching as inquiry. That's very good.
So, this was developed right back in 2006, before the New Zealand curriculum came out. But it just gives a rationale as to why we, and that was sort of the question you asked before, Mark. You know, what use is the map, and this describes what it was. We were trying to make sure that it was relevant and engaging for learners, that it was flexible enough to meet the different needs of students in the community, that it was dynamic and updatable in times of change, and uncrowded and manageable.
And it helps teachers to move out of their classroom and see the whole of what they're doing and why it is so complex. And I think it clarifies that.
And it says a clear vision of what school-based curriculum para school will look like, a framework for the management and development of the curriculum. So, it's because we've gone through a fairly sequential process of self-review, you know what I mean? We just haven't said, you know, because it's that stuff about picking up on bandwagons and everything that comes along, you know what I mean? And sometimes we still do that, but the map actually says to us, well, this is what we want our school-based curriculum to look like. How does what these people are offering fit into that?
And you've got to go and explore it to know what connections there are with your curriculum map.